Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of 2 here from Kersley Park. Tom Cavanaugh on deck for both matchups today. If you missed Game 1, you missed out on a great matchup. 4-3 was the final score there. Mott hung on to win. Brianne Shively was the player of the game. Had a huge one out base hit to score a run in the bottom of the sixth inning to give the Bears a 4-3 lead. And Maggie Boehm struck out the side in the seventh inning to finish the job. And we're here for Game 2. Ella Nauk, who led off Game 1, she's at the plate. Taking on Ava Opper on the mound right now for the Bears. Opper pitched a great second game of the doubleheader against Schoolcraft earlier this week. Ball missing a little bit low to Nauk right there. She had a pretty good first game. 0 for 2, 2 walks, scored once. Check that did not score. Henry Ford's only scored in one inning so far today as this one's tapped on the ground to the third base line. It was a 3-run second inning last game, and Mott kind of scored all over the place. They had 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and then 1 late in the sixth. I'm looking to do a little bit more of that, but amplify those numbers. 2 strikes right now on Nauk. She puts it on the ground to shortstop. Backhand play. Throw on to first is in the dirt past Claire Ouellette. Taryn Murphy over there at shortstop on that backhand play. Just left the throw a little bit low. Tough ball for Claire Ouellette to dig out over there at first base as it didn't take a hop. It just kind of rolled on the ground. Bring up Kylie Douglas. 3 doubles last game. She was on fire. First pitch is inside and low. Keeping an eye on that runner now over at first base. This one's tapped on the ground, right in front of the plate. It's going to be a play for Bollinger. Throw on to first. Is in time. Jim Teedy, the field umpire now, punches out. Kylie Douglas right there. Nice play. That's a tough play for the catcher right there, Hannah Bollinger. Jumping out of her crouch, getting onto the field, picking that up with the glove, and firing over to first. Now down at second base. After the force out, after the play at first base. That one goes 2-3 from the catcher, Bollinger. First pitch is inside. As we said, it's going to be Jim Teedy in the field. Jason Weigel's behind the plate here for Game 2. Pretty cool thing in between games. Got to talk with Jim Teedy. He coached 17 years at the high school level for Bishop Foley High School. Actually coached my father before he went on to win a national championship at Albion. Now back to the screen from Bella Lakitsky. Catcher last game. She's going to be in that same spot. To check that, she's going to be playing shortstop here in Game 2. Tapped on the ground, foul. Puts 2 strikes on her. One on, one out. 1 ball, 2 strikes right now on Bella Lakitsky. Ava Opper delivers. Line drive into left center field. This is going to split the gap. Williams picks it up in the left center gap. Coming around to score is going to be Nauk. It's an RBI double for Lakitsky. Beautiful swing. Launched it in the left center gap. Nothing you can do if you're the outfielders for the Bears. And once again, Henry Ford continues to swing it well. A lot of hits back in that first game. Weren't ever able to take a lead, but here they are in the first. And now you have Lakitsky over there at second again. Kind of, wouldn't say stealing signs, because obviously they're visible, and if you're Mott, you want to do a good job of concealing those so she doesn't see them. But that's just heads-up ball right there if you're Lakitsky at second base. Flashing that hand, letting her know what the pitch is. Line drive, base hit into left field. This is going to score another run. Lakitsky's going to score without a throw to the plate. Ouellette cuts it off. Caitlin Postuma, RBI swing into left field. 2-0. Henry Ford on top early in this one. Ashley Goodman now steps into the box. First pitch is low and away. Checked her swing. Did Goodman. Ashley 1 for 3 in game 1 with a single and a strikeout. Strike on the outside corner. Great pitch from Opper right there. For the force out, it's now first and second with 1 out. Fielder's choice on Goodman right there. She's down at first. Postuma's at second. There's a swing and a dead ball as Millie Garcia is going to try to run it out. It's a foul ball. I think she thought that was a hit by pitch. There's no possible way if she swung at it. Once you swing, you give up your right for a hit by pitch there, and that barrel definitely crossed the plate. 2-0 Hawks in the top of the first inning. This one's up the middle. Diving play for Murphy. Slaps the bag at second. Incredible play for Taryn Murphy at shortstop. Saves a run there. Goodman's out on the force out. Garcia, she's chalked up with a fielder's choice. What a outstanding play from Taryn Murphy. 2 away now. Jalen Reyes at the plate. First pitch to her is in the dirt. Taken off is Garcia. She slides in safely at second base. 2-0 Hawks. 2 outs. Opper just trying to get out of the inning right here. There's 2 more in scoring position. Reyes cuts and misses on that one. Opper swipes the ball, rubbing off the dirt on the right side, checking her left wrist for the sign. Fouled away by Reyes. 2 strikeouts in her last game earlier today. Check that, it was 3 strikeouts and a flyout. She went down to end the contest. Check that, that was Chris Zeman that went down to end that first game. Ballinger sitting up on the outside here for the 1-2. That's in the dirt, not past her, right at her feet. Nowhere for the runner Postuma to go over there at third. Popped up, back to the screen. Going to stay 1-2 on Jalen Reyes, trying to drive in a couple of runs here. Bella Lakitsky, Caitlin Postuma, both with RBI so far. Ball in the dirt. Scooping it up is Ballinger off 1 bounce. Evened up 2-2. Check that, it's 3-2. Full count pitch on the way, in the dirt and low, ball 4. Reyes is going to take first and load the bases up. 8th batter of the inning, Cameron Krizemin now to the plate. Krizemin struck out to end the game as we just mentioned. Back in Game 1, a 4-3 victory for Mott. They now improved to 11-6 on the year, trying to make it 12-6 here with a win in Game 2. Would be back-to-back doubleheader sweeps here at home as well. That ball's low, again in the dirt. Once again, I want to wish everybody out there that's tuning in to professional baseball a happy opening day. This one's line fouled on the third base line by Krezemin. As we said, Dodgers and Padres, you already had your opening day, but I guess back here in the States. Tigers play later on today, or they're on right now, excuse me. Didn't know it was so late in the day. Holding a 1-0 lead in the sixth is Detroit. Here's a pop-up in between left and shortstop. Chloe Williams comes in to make the catch for out number 3. 2 runs in the inning for the Hawks. Both Lakitsky and Postuma driving in runs. It's Mott's turn now here in the bottom of the first. Bears looking for some runs. They trail by 2. You listen to Mott Community College Athletics here from the Mott Softball YouTube page. Bottom of the first here at Kersley Park. Bears looking to do some damage. They trail by a couple runs. They're going to face Caitlin Postuma on the mound. First pitch is going to be called ball. It's going to be a little tougher time for us here. Got to stay super locked in as this is a flare fly ball out to left center field for Heaven Withers, and she has herself her first hit of the day. The reason I mentioned we got to stay locked in is the scoreboard has died on us here at Kersley Park. It was just on for that good 4.5 hours that we were on pregame and then that first game, but got to make sure we keep you updated with the score all throughout. Withers off without a hitch on the second base, a straight steal, and she's in there easily. Cassie Sylvester now at the plate. Pretty good game in the first one, 2 for 4 and a run scored. Swing and a miss. Half fastball rides high and away. No balls, 2 strikes to Cassie right now. So line one straight back, back into this backstop here. There's a little bit of an overhang right above us. That's how Jim Teedy, our official from the first game, caught one in the back because it hit that awning, that part that comes over the top here. And on the third base is going to go Heaven Withers with a little bit of a delayed steal. Ball was in the dirt on the ground, behind the plate was Kylie Douglas, and taking the extra base was Withers. Here's Sylvester as she lines one up the middle into center field. Coming in to score is going to be Withers. Boy, she made it around the bases fast, and that's an RBI swing there for Cassie Sylvester. 2-1 is your score. Back-to-back singles to start here for the Bears. Now it's Taryn Murphy's turn, and she's going to pop one up. Out of play, foul. Cut and a miss. Holding that bat firm over that right shoulder. Inside pitch, she hops out of the way there. It's Caitlin Postuma on the mound for Henry Ford. Fastball way outside. Laying off that one is Murphy. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts in game 1. And that one just floats in for a single. Murphy got it off the very end of the bat. You can see her shaking out her hands right there. It never feels good when you catch one on the very tip of the bat there. 3 straight singles here for the Bears in the bottom of the first inning. That's going to bring up Claire Ouellette. Ouellette lines one straight back on the first pitch, 0-1. Line drive in the right center gap for Claire. It's not going to be caught. Down in the gap. Coming in to score is Sylvester. Murphy rounding third. There's going to be a throw. It's going to be cut off. 2-run double for Claire Ouellette. If I'm not mistaken, that's 6 RBIs in her last 3 games. Unbelievable. Always has runners on base when she comes to the plate and delivers. Emma Benner now. The only person with more RBIs in the last couple of games than Ouellette. And here's a ground ball past the third baseman over there. Not making the play, Jalen Reyes on the corner. And now we have runners on the corners. Likely going to be chalked up as an E5 as it went right between the legs of Reyes at third base. So that ends the base hit streak. It was 4 hits in a row for the Bears. 3-2 lead now for Mott. Ouellette's over at third. She doubled the drive in a pair. Emma Benner's at first base. She just reached on an error. Swing and a miss from Chloe Williams. It's out in left field today. That ball's a little bit low. Good layoff there from Chloe Williams. Hitting that same 6th spot in game 1. She was 1 for 3 with an RBI. In and out of the glove. Ouellette's going to hold there at third base as it trickles away from the catcher. At third base as it trickles away from the catcher, Kylie Douglas. Moving up to second base is going to be Emma Benner. Well done picking up the extra 60. On the corner. Strike called on Williams. She's going to get another chance. Anna Bollinger going to come up to the plate after that walk to Chloe Williams. Bases loaded with nobody out. Everybody has reached so far. Bollinger getting her first at-bat of the day. Grounds it fouled on the third base line. Ouellette at third, Benner's down at second, Williams at first. Breaking ball. In there for a strike. Beautiful pitch. Freezes Bollinger there. It's now 0-2. Line drive foul past the diving Reyes at third base. And Claire Ouellette almost hit with that ball. If she's in fair territory or on the line at all, she would have been out. So needs to stay in foul territory there. There's a line drive that comes anywhere near her. The 0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Bollinger goes down. I'll bring up Megan Widener. First pitch to her is going to be low in the dirt. Nowhere really for Ouellette to go at third base there unless the ball really gets past the catcher Douglas. Strike called at the knees. Great pitch there from Postuma. She's been hit around but has worked the zone pretty well. Just one walk to Chloe Williams, but leaving a lot of stuff over the middle of the plate, leading to some extra base hits. There's a strike on the outside corner. Getting ahead of the last two batters, Bollinger went down swinging on 4 pitches. Here's Widener down 0-2. Ground ball to third. Reyes makes the play, throws home for the force out. On to first. Can't get the double play, but they avoid the run from scoring. Fielder's choice for Widener. She reaches first, but Ouellette is stopped short. She comes across and isn't able to score. Swing and a miss. Brianne Shively right there has put on a second jacket there, but very thankful the numbers back there. We had a Henry Ford pinch runner earlier today wear a sweatshirt without a number. That was a disaster. Wasn't really, but, we got through it. Tap back from Shively right there makes it 1-1. Bases are still loaded. Check that, it's 0-2 now. First pitch was a called strike. Postuma's 0-2, right back at the screen. Shively was the hero in Game 1, had the big RBI go-ahead hit in the bottom of the 6th inning. Then Maggie Bohm came in to close things out with 3 strikeouts. Shively, swing and a miss. And she goes down on strikes for out number 2. Our home plate umpire, Jason Weigel, gave us the wrong count from up here. He said 0-2. And there's 3. I think I broadcast jinxed that strikeout right there for Brianne Shively, and that is my fault. But either way, 3-2 lead for Mott. We're going to go to the 2nd inning. You're listening to Mott Community College Athletics. Top two here from Kersley Park. It's a 3-2 lead right now for the Mott Bears, and the first pitch is going to be caught on a line by Claire Ouellette. Lining out there is Josie Niehoff, the ninth batter on the lineup to start. And a real nice start for Eva Opper on the mound right now. Gave up 2 runs in that first inning. It was a double and a single back-to-back from Lakitsky and Postuma. That led to the 2 runs. Back to the top of the lineup. And Ella Nauk, who did go around to score. This one's on the ground back to the mound. Opper fields, throws. It is caught, and they said that Ouellette left the bag with her foot as she tried to catch the ball. It was a little bit of a high throw. Ouellette leapt, and as she did, the foot came off the bag there. Throwing error on the pitcher, Opper, there. So it's an E1, 1-on, 1-out. Line drive back to the screen from Kylie Douglas. Can't forget about her 3-double game. Douglas also doing the catching today. She's going to launch one into left center field. Williams is going to get over there and make the catch. That ball hung up just a little bit too long. It was a great swing from Douglas, but Chloe Williams a little too quick to get there. That's out number 2. Oh, one pitch is in the dirt. It's going to get past Hannah Bollinger. All the way down to second base is going to go Nauk. Her second time reaching scoring position as she came around last inning. We're in the top of the second, 3-2 lead right now for Mott. Missing high and outside there, Lakitsky. She had the RBI double, came around to score last inning. Ahead in the count now, 2-1. Line drive to left field, right in front of Chloe Williams. She just has to move one step to her left and squeeze the glove. Lakitsky lines out for out number 3. And the Hawks go scoreless. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Mott leads 3-2. You're listening to Mott Community College Softball. Caitlin Postuma back on the mound for Henry Ford. It's a 3-2 game and a lead for the Mott Bears here at home in Game 2 of a doubleheader. I want to wish everybody out there a happy opening day as well as happy Sweet 16. Going to have some great games all day long in both sports. Wow, what a play right there from the shortstop, Bella Lakitsky. And that's why she catches and plays shortstop, because she has a gun for an arm. That was a ground out to start things. from Heaven Withers, excuse me. That's for out number 1. Fouled back to the screen from Cassie Sylvester. RBI single her last time. 1 of 4 to start this game with a hit. Withers singled, Sylvester, RBI hit. Murphy singled, and a 2-run double for Claire Ouellette. Here's a line drive in the left center gap. It will not split him. What a grab! Ashley Goodman diving in the gap. Takes away extra bases from Casey Sylvester. Wow. What a play from Goodman. It looked like it got behind her, but just reached the glove out an extra inch at the last second. 2 quickly out now, here in the second. Swing and a miss from Taryn Murphy. Came around to score after her single last inning. Ground ball back to the mound, grabbed by Postuma on 1 bounce. Toss on to first, and that's a 1-2-3 second inning for Caitlin Postuma and the Henry Ford Hawks. We go to the third. Same score, 3-2, Mott on top. This is Mott Softball on the Mott Community College Athletics YouTube page. One out count right now on Caitlin Postuma. This ball's popped up. Out of play back towards the dugout. Going to be 1-1. Ava Opper back out for her third inning of work. She's going to face the middle of the lineup, Postuma, Goodman, and Garcia. Off the plate outside on a little bit of a change up there from Opper. Base hit and an RBI for Postuma back in that first inning. It was a quiet second, just 4 batters to the plate after 8 in the first for the Hawks. And then 9 batters came to the plate for Mott in the first inning and just 3 in the second. Postuma's going to flow one out to right center field in the gap. Coming over to make the catch, Heaven Withers. A little bit of a tail on that ball as it was fading towards right center field and Shively in right, but there's no match for Heaven Withers out there to make the grab. One gone quickly. Big shout out to Mott Athletic Director Al Perry showing up with a corned beef sandwich for me. Man, I mean, they take care of you over here at Mott. I knew that coming in and following through right now. So big shout out to Al Perry and this meal right here. It's going to be incredible in between these 30-second intermissions between innings. Not even 30 seconds. We're getting about 15 to 20 seconds, and they're going quick, man. 1-0. Back to the screen again. Ashley Goodman had a beautiful catch out left center field last inning. Right now, she's even in the count 1-1. Swing and a miss. That fastball riding high up towards the shoulders. Tough pitch to go get. It was a fielder's choice last time back to the mound for Goodman. Part of that 2-run first inning. Hopper smacks the glove on the thigh. Here comes the release. It's a little bit outside. Going to miss for ball 2 here. And our home plate umpire is having to confirm our count here at 2-2. Ground ball on to second base. Gobbled up quickly. Widener toss on to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the third inning. Good play there for Megan. I'll bring up Millie Garcia, who had a fielder's choice last time up as well. 11-6 on the year so far for Mott. Trying to complete yet again another home doubleheader sweep. High and inside with the fastball. Misses for ball 1. Infield straight up. Nobody shading one side or the other, but the middle of that field, a lot of space right now. You got shortstop and second, both Murphy and Widener playing closer to the bags. Fly ball out to left center field. Long run for Withers. This one's off the wall. Got to get it in quickly. It's going to be a double for Millie Garcia off the top half of that wall in center field. Nice swing. We saw Kylie Douglas do that a few times back in Game 1. That's the first ball we've really seen jolt off the bat of a Hawks batter so far today in Game 2. Had that double by Lakitsky, but it just kind of snuck in there in the gap. That ball was crushed. Swing and a miss from Jalen Reyes on the first pitch. She was walked back in the first. Hopper getting her sign. Here's the 0-1 on the ground to shortstop. Throw on to first. Good play there from Murphy for out number 3, and that'll end the frame. We go to the bottom of the third inning. 3-2, Mott's on top of Henry Ford. You're listening at Mott Community College Athletics. Bears looking for a few extra runs. We're in the bottom of the third. Claire Allette's going to start things off on the first pitch. Cracks one up the middle for a base hit. Another hit for Claire. She's now 2 for 2 today. She was 2 for 3 in Game 1, and she was 2 for 2 with a walk back in Game 2 against Schoolcraft. She's on quite a little hot streak here. Couple RBIs in that first at-bat as well. Emma Benner. She reached an air last time. Now skies one in the air to right field. Camping underneath it, Ella Nauk. She puts that away for out number 1. Bring up Chloe Williams. With 1 on, 1 out. Williams walked, stranded at second base last time up. On the corner for a strike. Caitlin Postuma doing a very good job of locating pitches here in Game 2. We saw Jess Hazel, the lefty. She was awesome, just gave up a couple runs throughout the contest, and giving up 4 runs against this Mott Bears team is very good. I mean, they're averaging around 8 to 9, sometimes 10 runs a game, and if you're able to hold them to 4, it's tough. You just need more production from your offensive side. That ball misses high and away, 2-1. Fouled back against the backstop here. High pop-up from Chloe Williams. It's in foul ground, but playable. Coming over to make the catch is Cam Kritzemin, and she does. Route number 2. Anna Bollinger, the catcher, struck out swinging her first time. Now steps in. Ball in the dirt. Bollinger letting Olette know at first base to hold up there. If that ball gets anywhere past the catcher Douglas, then you're off and running. Postuma taking a second behind that mound before engaging back in with the rubber. 2-0 count right now. High and away. Bollinger watches that one go. Megan Widener waits on deck. Brianne Shively to end up the lineup after her. 3-0 pitch, outside corner for a strike. Got to work back in this count now if you're Henry Ford. Down by a run, middle of the game. Got to keep it right around here. 3-1 pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. So a single to start from Claire Olette. She's down at second, and now a walk to Bollinger with 2 outs. Brings up Megan Widener. She had a fielder's choice last time. Rounded it over to third base. With the bases loaded, they went home with it. Couldn't get her at first with a double play. She's going to take a fastball high and outside. Widener definitely going to be smart here when it comes to plate discipline. You just saw on 5 pitches, Bollinger be walked, and that one was way high and outside. Likely getting something similar to that out of the zone. There it is again, high and out. Two on, 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mott with a 3-2 lead. Finished earlier game 4-3 with a win. Matt's in the dirt, 3-0. Definitely want to make Postuma and this Hawks team work for the next couple of outs, especially if the location on these pitches is not going to be premium. 3-0, right down the heart of the plate for a strike. High and outside on the 3-1. Back-to-back walks have now loaded the bases after a let single. Very dangerous with Brianne Shively coming to the plate. She struck out swinging her first time back in the 1st inning. 9 total batters in that 1st inning for 3 total runs on the Mott side. Shively pops it up out of play. Postuma with 2 strikeouts and 3 walks. Winds up on the 0-1. That's in the dirt low. And the saying, make her pitch to you, is very imminent at the moment. You want to make sure you get something good to swing at. You take yourself out of the at-bat. With 2 outs, this is a big moment to grab a few extra runs and build a cushion of a lead. 1-1. Tap back on the ground to Postuma. Fields it cleanly, throws on to first, and that ends the frame. The Bears threaten. They load them up. Cannot convert and get a run. We go to the fourth. Bears still up 3-2 on the Henry Ford Hawks. You're listening to Mott Community College Athletics here from Kersley Park. Eva Opper back on the mound here. Welcome in. We're in the top of the fourth inning here at Kersley Park. Tom Cavanaugh on the call throughout the first couple of games and throughout the rest of the year for Mott baseball and softball. Check swing on the first pitch, tapped foul by Cameron Krizemin. Fly out victim her first time. Hopper's done a pretty solid job. 8 retired. I think that's 6 retired of the last 8 batters. Fastball misses up and out. Credit to Henry Ford and Caitlin Posthuma for getting out of that jam. Bases loaded with 2 outs. They were able to get out of it. Bouncing up to Bollinger on that pitch. Krizemin watches that all the way. It's 2-1. Krizemin, Niehoff, and Nauk down the line here for the Hawks in the fourth inning. Remember, we're doing 7 innings for both contests of the doubleheader. Shouldn't cut into any daylight times, I guess, or any jeopardy of the sun going down. Should have more than enough time. 2-1 is lined into left field. Krizemin with her first hit of the game. Good way to start things off. The first time since that opening inning where the Hawks were able to grab 2 runs, where they were able to get the leadoff batter aboard. We're going to have another pinch runner, and what do you know? There's a sweatshirt on. So no clue who the runner is, but we know that the batter was Cameron Krizemin. My guy, Jim Weigel, lets us know it's 10 for 36, which means we're going to have Francesca Reyes as our pinch runner. Appreciate you, Jason, for letting us know there, and we can identify. Reyes over there at first base out of Flat Rock, Michigan, went to Allen Park High School. Here's Josie Niehoff. Lined it to first last time. Swings and taps one back to the mound. It's going to be Opper. Bare hand catch on to first base, and she's safe. Olette made the pick play at first on the throw from Opper, but not in time. First 2 are aboard. That's probably an infield hit. Back to the top, and Ella Nauk. She's going to look to bunt. No, they were looking for a sacrifice play right there. Didn't get it. That's a ball on the outside. 3-2 lead for the Bears. You're at home. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Hawks are threatening with 2 on, nobody out. Looking to bunt. Did not have the bat out in front enough. That's a foul ball. Evening it up at 1-1 is Opper right now. Sylvester at third base, a few steps in front of the bag, waiting for that bunt. And Murphy's at shortstop, ready to cover the bag at third in case of that happening. In the dirt again, Bollinger has to pick it up, throws on to third. The tag is not in time. She's safe. Cameron Krazemin checked that. It was Francesca Reyes, our pinch runner, taking a bag at third there. She was almost thrown out. Bollinger had to take a second to pick it up and throw it on. Runners on the corners now, tying run. 60 feet away, and here's a foul ball. Running slap swing from Nauk there. And having to come back is Josie Niehoff. Stole second base on that foul ball. It seems that Niehoff might have tweaked something in her leg, and they're going to get another pinch runner here. So Niehoff kind of shaking out that right ankle at the moment. Going to need to substitute someone in for her. As they do so, we're going to take a quick break so we can get that number. So we're back. Pinch runner in. It's going to be Lolani Fernandez. Pinch running in for Josie Niehoff. We tweaked that ankle just a minute ago. Here's a slap swing on the ground to third base. Sylvester checks the runner, throws to first. She's safe. Everybody is safe. Bases are loaded. She put that in the perfect spot. Infield hit for Ellen Nauk. That's the second straight infield hit. They're loaded with nobody out. And head coach Terry Warner's headed out to the mound to have a conversation. We're going to step aside once again just for a moment. 3-2 lead for Mott as Henry Ford has the bases loaded here in the top of the fourth. Pitching change for the Mott Bears. It's the end of the day for Ava Opper. They're going to bring in Joey Newton through the entire first game, minus that seventh inning where Maggie Bohm came in to finish it off. She got the win in game one, looking to work out of a jam. Nobody out. The bases are loaded for Kylie Douglas. The best hitter in this Henry Ford lineup. Lined out hard to left field her last time. She's been swinging it exceptionally well. Pops this one up over the press box. 3 doubles in the first game. She's 0 for 2 here today in game 2. Final stats for Eva Opper. She went 3 innings, 6 hits, 1 walk, 0 strikeouts. Also allowed 2 runs back in that first inning, both earned. Fastball a little bit high. Bollinger watches it. She hops out of her stance. One pitch is popped in the air to left field. Shallow. Williams going to make the catch, tagging and trying to score. Here comes the throw. Caught by Bollinger. They're going to cut it off. Tag on to third base, and it's in and out of the glove of Sylvester. Safe down there at third is going to be the pinch runner, Lolani Fernandez. She's in safely. Scoring is going to be the runner for Krizemin, Reyes. So the sac fly for Kylie Douglas is good. Running on to second base is going to be now, so it's now second and third with one out. They were almost able to get a double play with the runner at third base. The ball just popped out of Sylvester's glove. One out now. With Bella Wakitsky at the plate, she's 1 for 2 with a double. On the ground to shortstop. Murphy's going to throw to first. They're going to try to double him up. Run will score as Olette tried to throw it home after the ground out. Good play from Taryn Murphy, but it's now a 4-3 lead for Henry Ford. They just tied it on the sac fly, and one pitch later, it's an RBI ground out. Caitlin Postuma, the pitcher, at the plate right now. 1 for 2 in RBI. Fastball high and inside. Wobbles out of the way from that one. Ashley Goodman waiting on deck. She's 0 for 2 today. Joey Newton trying to get her team out of a jam. She's in relief in the inning. Started with Ava Opper, loaded the bases up, and Newton got a fly out and a ground out, resulting in 2 runs. Here's the 2-0. Back to the mound. Opper's going to throw to Bollinger. She's going to tag the runner coming home. And that's the inning. 4-3 lead for Henry Ford. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Mott trying to come back and retake the lead. You're listening to Mott Softball here from the Mott Community College Athletics page. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bears trail by 1 with Heaven Withers at the plate. 1 for 2 today, a run scored. She's got that fairly wide open stance in the left-handed box with that running forward motion. Takes the ball low after a foul ball. Cutting a miss there from Withers as she was all the way out onto the infield there from that swing. Outside corner called, third strike. Postuma rings her up. Big strikeout, that's the third for Caitlin today. Cassie Sylvester, RBI so far today, 1 for 2. This is on the ground. Niehoff, quick play at second base, toss on to first. A very quick couple of outs there. Taryn Murphy to the dish. 1 for 2 on the day. Sylvester going after the first pitch right there. Grounded out hard to second. Posthuma's found herself quite the groove after walking a couple last inning, getting out of the jam, and now retiring the first 2 on 4 pitches. (1-0) back to the screen. Bears trailing by just 1 run. They were in this similar situation back in game 1. They tied it up in the 3rd, ended up winning it in the 6th. Another low pitch to make it 2-0. Posthuma whips around that arm, and here's a pop-up out of play. Hanging tough with 2 strikes. Two and 2 on Murphy. Grabbing her 3rd at-bat in 4 innings. Ball low. We're going to push to full. Bears trying to grab a base runner here in the 4th inning, tie this game up, maybe take the lead. Once you hit the 5th, that's kind of the 3rd act of a baseball game there, so you want to make sure you maybe get it, take the lead beforehand. Murphy's going to walk on the 3-2 pitch. And with Claire Ouellette coming up, got to make sure Taryn Murphy is running on the swing. 2 outs. Ouellette can put it anywhere in the ballpark. Line drive to center field. This might stay up too long. It does. Caught in center field by Millie Garcia. That was a line drive right at the center fielder. Nothing she could do. Good swing from Ouellette, but they strand a runner. 4-3. We head to the 5th inning. Bears trail by 1. You're listening to Mott Softball. Top of the 5th inning. 4-3 lead for Henry Ford. Ashley Goodman will lead things off. The lefty against Joey Newton. 11-6 record on the year for Mott. You want to catch them again. They're going to be at Macomb tomorrow for a doubleheader at 3 and 5. We're going to be covering that one. Got to go to the Macomb broadcast page to stream that and all the commentary for that game. 3 and 5 o'clock are those game times tomorrow. 3 and 5. And then over at OCC at Oakland Community College on Saturday. Here's a strike called on Goodman. Throws her completely. That's a beautiful off-speed pitch from Newton. 1-2 count. On the corner. Strike 3 got her. Newton back to her old ways of game 1 where she had 5 strikeouts. Gets one looking right there to bring up Millie Garcia. A double her last time up. He's going to take a ball just a little bit low, below the knees. Garcia, fielder's choice. We said a double in the third inning. Wasn't able to come around to score. Newton wants to try to shut this down right here, right now. Same as head coach Terry Warner. There's a tap foul in the box, right at the feet of Garcia. That's going to be a 1-1. This Henry Ford team, a lot of postponed games over the course of the last couple of days. The 9th, the 22nd, and the 23rd, and the 24th all canceled, and that's the makeup we're doing right now from the 24th. But Henry Ford 0-8 on the year so far, so still seeking their first win. 0-3 in conference play, and just haven't been able to find it. Losing some close ones, 5-3, 3-2. And then earlier today, 4-3. This is the best chance they've had to win a game right now, up 4-3 late in this one. Inside pitch to Garcia. She leaves it alone. This Mott team, definitely one of the favorites to win the MCCAA. Want to try to take these games and win the ones, quote-unquote, you're supposed to. You can get those done and then move on to those tougher games against other teams that are battling for that top spot. But you never know. I mean, everybody's going to come to play the same way every single day. Even though Hawks might be 0-8, they're playing really well right now with some good swings. 3-2, popped up in the air. Shallow center field, but ranging out just a tad is Murphy. Shorter than I expected, and Murphy's going to make that catch for out number 2. Oh for 1 with a walk for Jalen Reyes. With 2 outs and nobody on base. Bears trail by a run. They have 6 outs to check that 9 outs to play with. We're in the top of the 5th. That ball's low. 1-0. Reyes struggled in game 1. Was able to reach back in that first inning. It was a big first inning for both teams. 5 out of the 7 runs were scored there. Cut and a miss. Right past the bat of Reyes. Joey Newton blows it by her. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind really starting to pick up. It's been very constant, but you can just see the tassels and the hair of Joey Newton right now continuing to billow. That wind pushing in hard from right field. 2-1. High pop up, going to get out of play towards the batting cages. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Henry Ford leads by 1, 4-3. Newton winds. Here's the pitch. Just a bit inside and high. We're going to push to a full count. That looked really good, maybe just a little bit too high up. Here's the payoff, 3-2. Ball 4, high and outside. Second walk of the day for Reyes. That's a 2-out base runner. Those are the ones you cannot afford trailing in a late game against a winless team. Cameron Krizemin, 1 for 2, a run scored. A line drive single to start off the 4th inning. That was part of 2 more runs that gave the lead right back to Henry Ford. They had a 2-0 lead in the first, and then in that bottom half of the inning, Mott came back and answered with 3 runs, and 2 more in the 4th inning for Henry Ford makes it 4-3. Still 2 outs, so we're able to touch a bag here at first or second base, able to get out of the jam. Cannot afford Krizemin put something in the gap. Reyes with a little bit of speed over at first base could potentially score from first base. There's the 2-0. High and outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Newton just got to find one in there and restart the at-bat here. That's a strike called lower inside corner. Zeman was 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch in game 1. He's going to launch one, fouled on the left field line over toward the cars and the batting cages down the Mott side. It's going to push to full, 3-2. We'll do it again. Reyes was walked on the 3-2. It's now Chris Zeman's turn to do something. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Joey Newton gets out of the jam. Walks Reyes and punches out Chris Zeman. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bears trail by 1, looking to tie or take the lead. We'll be back in a minute. This is your home for Mott Softball. Bottom of the 5th inning. Limited outs to play with here if you're Mott. Emma Benner is going to lead things off with a ball high and outside from Caitlin Postuma. Ever since that first inning, Postuma has been great. Retired the side 1-2-3 in the 2nd. Gave up a base hit and a couple of walks in the 3rd. Didn't allow any runs. And then 4 batters in the 4th inning. Just 1 walk there. Handled the top of the lineup pretty quietly. It'll be Benner, Williams, and Bollinger to follow here. 2-0. Swung on and lifted out to left field by Benner. This one's going back. Does it have enough? It's gone! Emma Benner over the scoreboard! Takes the 2-0 pitch and jacks it out to left field to tie the ball game. Another RBI for Emma Benner, her first home run here at home this year. What a swing. Just had enough on it. That ball went about 230 feet, cleared the scoreboard out in left field. 4-4 is your score. Chloe Williams will dig in now. What a way to tie the ball game here in the 5th. You saw it in game 1. Mott was trailing by 1. They scored a run in the 3rd to tie it, and then late in the 6th inning, right before they could win it, Breanne Shively had herself an RBI base hit, the go-ahead run. Strike on the outside corner to Williams as that ball sweeps from the middle to the outside corner. 1-1 to Williams. 0 for 1 with a walk. Same spot, this time a little bit high, and she lost the ball. Did Kylie Douglas behind the plate, so it's going to be 2-1. Good rule of thumb, 99% of the time, if you're a catcher and you drop the ball, even if it's a strike, probably going to be called a ball, unless it's right down the middle. Here's Williams, rolling it on the ground to shortstop. Tough play on to first base, not going to get it. And now Williams is going to take off for second base as the ball got by the first baseman. Williams slides into second base safely. That ball snuck by the glove of Cameron Krizeman, and that leads to an extra 60 feet. Likely going to be an infield hit with an error on the first baseman, maybe a throwing error. We could chalk it up E6. And this ball skied in the air by Hannah Bollinger. In foul territory, coming to make the catch is going to be Jalen Reyes. Bollinger pops out. We're out number 1 of the inning. Now Megan Widener's turn. She's walked and grounded into a fielder's choice. She's going to line one out to left center field. It's going to stay up in the air. Making the catch is Goodman. That one looked like it could get down for a second, but just hung up in the air a moment too long. Fly out for out number 2, and that'll bring up Brianne Shively. Check that. Maggie Bohm's going to get a pinch hit situation here. Bohm, who struck out the side to end the ball game, getting the save in game 1. She's going to get a pinch hit opportunity with a runner on second base and 2 outs in the 5th. Likely going to go out to right field for Shively, or they might switch something up defensively. We'll let you know. Two out at the moment. Go ahead. Bohm, a couple of practice swings. Gets in the box now with that half-open stance, waggling the bat over the right ear. First pitch to her. On the corner for a strike. Great pitch right there. Bohm's going to ground one up the middle into center field. A base hit. Coming around to score is going to be Williams. Pinch hit RBI swing from Maggie Bohm. 5-4 lead now for the Bears. They've scored 2 in the inning and retaken the lead. Here's Heaven Withers. She tries to lay a bunt down and it's foul. Some 2-out magic from the 9 hitters. It was Shively in game 1, and here in game 2, it was her spot, but couldn't give Maggie Bohm the opportunity, and she delivers. Slap swing on the ground to shortstop. Throw on to first. Not in time. Withers beats it out. Bella Lakitsky made a great play, threw it 100 miles an hour to first, but Withers just still a little bit too fast. We're going to get some time on the field right now. Head coach Stephen Littleton going to go out and have a conversation with our field ump Jim Teedy, and that was very short-lived. He didn't even make it to him before turning back around and going back to his dugout. Just needed some sort of an explanation there. Got it real quick and headed on back. Five, 4 lead for Mott. 2 in the inning to retake it. Here's a swing from Sylvester into right field that's going to be caught. Nice grab from Ellen Nauk to end the frame. But the Bears take the lead once again. 5-4. We go to the 6th inning of work. You're listening to Mott Softball here from the Mott Community College Athletics page. It'll be 9-1-2 here for Henry Ford College in the top of the 6th inning. Tom Cavanaugh on the call for you all day long and all season long for Mott softball and baseball. Catch us tomorrow, Mott and Macomb, from the Macomb Athletics broadcast page. Bears and Monarchs taking it on tomorrow for a doubleheader. 3 and 5 o'clock are those start times, same as today. Swing and a miss. Josie Niehoff. A little bit of a hole here. Niehoff, Nauk, and Douglas, 9-1-2 here in the 6th. Joey Newton has been awesome on the mound since coming in. High pop-up, out of play foul. Hasn't allowed any runs. You give those runs that came in the 4th to Eva Opera because they were her base runners. But since coming in, Newton's done a pretty good job. She got the fly out, sac fly, got another ground out that allowed another run, and then she went ground out, strikeout, pop out, strikeout. So she's been, on point so far in this one. There's a pitch off the plate just a little bit. And she doesn't look like she's fatigued at all from pitching 6 innings in game 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 9-hitter leading things off here in the 6th. 1-run lead for Mott. It's 5-4. Foul ball off the screen. Niehoff today 1 for 2, a run scored. Newton once again squatting, getting that sign. Twirls, fires. High and outside a ball. She wasn't ready for the return from Bollinger. That ball just goes right past her. Newton, she wanted the field umpire, Jim Teedy, to make the call. The only way you're going to be able to do that is to have the catcher make that call. So what Newton needs to do there is tell Bollinger to offer to the field umpire to see if he's going to make the call on the check swing. I don't think the pitcher can do that in softball, at least, definitely not in baseball, but in softball, I guess, initiate the check for the check swing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Niehoff is going to be, no, check that. Yeah, it's 4. Niehoff didn't think so. I knew it was. That's 4. Leadoff walk here in the 6th. And Terry Warner headed back out to the mound, head coach of the Mott Bears. See if Newton's going to be done or if she's staying in. So with a 5-4 lead and a runner on, got to be cautious here if you're the Bears. Obviously, want to be somewhat diligent of a straight steal from Niehoff. I don't think they're going to get a pinch runner for her. But we are going to get a little bit of a change in the field. So we're going to step aside, get you those defensive adjustments, and likely a new pitcher. Top of the 6th inning, nobody out. Leadoff walk to Josie Niehoff as a runner on base in a 5-4 game. Mott leads by 1. Pitching change made. It's going to be Maggie Bohm on the mound, the third pitcher of the day for the Mott Bears. There's some defensive adjustments. Cassie Sylvester moves from third to right field. Claire Ouellette will move from first base to third base. Joey Newton was the pitcher. She is now playing first, and Maggie Bohm is on the mound. So Sylvester moves from the infield to the outfield. Ouellette goes from a different corner position from first to third, and Newton is done pitching. She's at first. Widener still at second. Murphy is still at shortstop. Williams is in left. Off the plate outside. That's a missed fastball. Good pitch from Bohm. We all know what she did at the end of game one. Struck out the side to win by 1. The 4-3 win, similar to what we're seeing right now late in this one. 5-4 is your score. Slap, swing, fouled away from Ellen Nauk. 2 strikes on her now. Have to say, in either softball or baseball, this is the first time I've seen someone with a left-handed glove playing third base. Now, that's got to speak a lot to how versatile Claire Ouellette is and where she can play on the field, considering they're going to put someone with a left-handed glove at third base. It speaks a lot to how talented she is. Here's the 1-2. Tap foul. Back to the screen. Way to hang on by Ella Nauk. 1 for 3 today. She's reached all 3 times. Her first 2 plate appearances reached on errors and singled in the 4th. Swing and a miss. Goes down swinging. And that's 2. That'll bring up Kylie Douglas. Last chance here in the 6th inning. Strike called on the outside corner. Boom. Deadly on that outer corner to right-handed hitters. It's 0-1. Douglas today, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Fastball high and away. Evens it up at 1-1. Douglas awaits the pitch. It's on the ground to third. Ouellette makes the play. Quick toss on. I was talking about it earlier, but that's why. She's one of the best on this squad, defensively and on the offensive side. Great play to end the frame. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-4. Mott on top of Henry Ford. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Mott Softball here from the Mott Community College Athletics page. Bottom of the 6th inning, and the first pitch is cracked up the middle. Taryn Murphy's got herself a single. 3 total pitchers so far on the Mott side, and just Caitlin Posthuma for Henry Ford. But we might have a change here, possibly. Everybody huddled around the pitcher's circle right now. Athletic trainer for Henry Ford on his way out to the mound. We're going to check on Posthuma's hand real fast, see if she can continue to pitch. We'll be back in a minute. Return to action here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 runner on. Nobody out. It's a leadoff hit for Taryn Murphy. We have a pitching change. It's going to be Jess Hazel back on the mound. She was the starter in Game 1. Posthuma's going to go play first base. It's Krizemin, who was at first. She's going to take a seat. Line drive back at the mound off of the head or wrist of Hazel. That's a base hit, but we got time. Not sure where that ball connected with Hazel on the very first pitch she threw. It was a laser beam from Claire Ouellette right back to the mound. Training staff back on the field after just 1 pitch. We're going to step aside yet again. 2 on. With nobody out in a 5-4 game, hopefully Jess Hazel's okay. Back here in the bottom of the sixth inning, 5-4 lead for the Mott Bears over Henry Ford. We have a pitching change once again. It's going to be Josie Niehoff on the mound. Over at third base is going to be number 34, Jada Oliver. Coming out of the game is Jess Hosel after just one pitch, taking a line drive off of the wrist, the temple, I'm not quite sure. So she's out of the game, and we have runners on first and second with nobody out. That was a scary sight just of how hard that ball came off the bat. But the Bears looking for more. Emma Benner homered her last time. She's at the dish. Takes a strike on the outside corner. 0 for 2 with a homer today. Tied the game up at 4, and then later last inning in the fifth was Maggie Bohm with an RBI. High and outside, missing. It's 1 and 2. So arguably the best hitter on this team, Emma Benner. Going to pop one up out of play back towards my car. It's going to land a lot short. It's a rental. So I'm glad that came about 5 or 6 feet short there. Stays 1 and 2. Pulled on the ground to shortstop. They're going to throw on to third base for the force out. They're going to get it. Murphy is out trying to go to third base, and that's the only play they have. So it's still a one-run game. 1 out, runners on first and second. Fielder's choice for Benner. It's going to bring up Chloe Williams. She beat out a throw on a ground ball to shortstop last time. It was in the dirt. Was able to take advantage and go to second base after the missed throw. 1-0. Starting on her, we got a lead at second base. Benner's at first. That's a strike on the outside corner. Remember again, 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock tomorrow at Macomb. Tune in to the Mott Bears softball team. And a dead ball, Chloe Williams hit by that pitch. Didn't get out of the way at all. Didn't make a movement towards it. But nonetheless, gets hit in the elbow, and that's going to be a third base runner. They're juiced now. Oh for 2 with a walk for Hannah Bollinger. Trying to come up with a big swing and break this game open. A lead of a crooked number would be crucial as we're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Likely Maggie Bohm will come out to pitch in the seventh, but we will see. Bollinger pulls it fouled on the third base line, 0-2. Henry Ford trying to win their first game of the year. 0-8 currently. 11-6 on the year right now for Mott. The 0-2 pitch inside nearly hits Hannah, but she gets out of the way. 1-2. Just 1 out at the moment. Could double up if you're the infield here. On the ground to third base. It's going to be called a foul ball. Late call from Jason Weigel behind the plate there. That tiptoed right on the line, but because Reyes at third over there had 1 foot in fair, 1 foot in foul as she was fielding the ball, it's going to be a foul. Pulled fair down the third base line. All the way to the wall in the corner. Olette's going to score. A second run coming in is Williams. 3-run base-clearing double for Hannah Bollinger. Breaks this thing wide open. It's 8-4 here in the bottom of the sixth. What a swing. Olette came in to score. Benner comes in, and Williams right behind her. And here's the ground ball to third. Reyes checks the runner, throws on to first. That's out number 2. And now miscommunication at third base as they try to get the runner. Coming home is Bollinger, and she scores. Throwing error from Henry Ford leads to the 9th run of the game. For Mott, it's 9-4. Widener had that ground out. It's going to bring up Maggie Bohm. There's a pop-up foul on the first baseline over towards the flagpole. Last time Bohm was up, it was a pinch hit situation. RBI single to give her team the lead last inning. Bases are clear for here to start something once again, up by 5 runs. Fairly open stance, wags the bat over the right shoulder. This one's on the ground to shortstop. Fumbling in and out of the glove there. Tough play for Bella Lakitsky. And another base runner for the Bears. Back to the top of the lineup, and Heaven Withers. First pitch is above the shoulders for a ball. Very weird inning for the Hawks as they had Hazel come in to take care of Bashima, who had struggled at the beginning of the inning. And Hazel only saw one batter. It was Clarolette. Sent one right back at her, injured her from the contest. And it's had to be Josie Niehoff, the main second baseman for the squad, on the mound here. 1-1 pitch has popped up into right center field. Could it get over the head? It will! Into the right center gap. Holding up at third base, not going to be able to score there is Bohm, and Withers has herself a double. Big swing from Withers and a huge game entirely. She was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts in the first game. In this one, she's 3 for 5 with a double and 2 singles. That's how you come back, and a lot of credit to Terry Warner for keeping her in the game. Collision between second and third, and we got to take another break. We're going to have to sort all this out right now. Heaven Withers just collided with the shortstop, and she's down on the ground. A lot of people have been injured throughout today's 2 games, and we're going to have to step aside once again. Withers is thankfully up on her knees. This is Mott softball. It's 9-4, Bears on top. Well, we're back here, folks. Want to give you a quick update. There was a huge collision at shortstop there between the shortstop, Bella Lakitsky, and Heaven Withers. They're just going to call it what it is. Out number 3. It was not fielder's interference. That's the 3rd out of the inning. We're going to go to the 7th, 9-4. Be back in a minute. This is Mott softball. Welcome back in. Top of the 7th inning. Tom Cavanaugh taking you all the way through these 2 games today of a doubleheader here right off the campus of Mott Community College at Kersley Park. 9-4 is your score. The Mott Bears on top of Henry Ford at the moment. At the end of that half inning, saw a huge collision between Withers and Lakitsky. A lot of blood. There was, people down on the ground, so they just wiped it away. They counted the 10th run as it's up on the scoreboard. 10-4 is the score now, and Maggie Bohm's back on the mound to finish the job. She would be facing Lakitsky right now, but it is not going to be her considering the injury. Kaylee Kiles from East Point, Michigan. She went to Harper Woods, getting her first at-bat of the day. Strike called on the outside corner. Great pitch. So through our two games, we've seen an umpire go down on the ground off a foul ball. We've seen a collision at shortstop, and then we saw a line drive nearly hit the forehead of a Henry Ford player. Swing and a miss from Kyle. She's down 0-2. I think the safest people right now are the coaches and us up here in the press box. Anybody between those lines, it is head on a swivel. 6-run lead for the Bears. The 1-2 pitch, high and away. Joey Newton still standing at first base. Bohm's 1-2 pitch on the corner, strike 3. Big strikeout for Bohm. That's her fourth in this game, 10th of the day. 6 in game 1, 4 here since coming in the 4th inning. Caitlin Postuma now takes a fastball high and away. A big 5-run 6th inning has broken this game open for the Bears, and they have the largest lead of the day between either game. Postuma's popping this one up. Foul territory, is it playable? No, just outside of the fence. Claire Ouellette still playing at third base. She made a great play last inning. That's something I got to get used to as a lefty playing any other position besides the outfield and first base and the pitcher. But you never really see it from second, short, and third. Terry Warner, the head coach of the Mott Bears, not afraid to push the envelope, though, and trust his most talented girls in different spots. It's 1 ball and 1 strike right now on Caitlin Postuma. 1 for 3 on the day, an RBI single back in the first. Bohm winds, fires. This one's on the ground. Base hit into right field. Could they throw her out? They try to go to first base. They got her! How about that? Chloe Williams from right field. Williams comes up firing after a hard base hit from Caitlin Postuma. No match for the arm of Chloe. And there's 2 gone in the 7th inning. That's going to go down as a 9-3 putout. Well done. And to say that hasn't happened to me, it has. District championships in high school. Swing and a miss. Cut on and missed by Ashley Goodman up near the eyes. Oh for 3 day for Goodman. She had an incredible catch to save a couple runs back early in this one, out in left field. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Boom, just blowing it by her right now. Bears are 1 strike away from becoming 12-6 and sweeping their 2nd straight home doubleheader. They'll be on the road tomorrow at Macomb, taking on the Monarchs at 3 o'clock. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Bears win. 2 strikeouts. In the 7th for Bohm, she finishes all the way with 5 total in the game, 11 on the day. That's going to conclude the doubleheader here from Kersley Park, just off the campus of Mott Community College. In Game 1, Bears took it 4-3 in a nail-biter. Here in Game 2, a 9-4 win for Mott. They move to 12-6 on the year. Henry Ford moves to 0-9 this season. And as we said, Mott going to take on Macomb tomorrow at 3 o'clock and 5 p.m. in a doubleheader. That's going to be a great one. We're going to be on the call for it. Want to say thank you once again, Al Perry, our athletic director, allowing us to call these games, cover these teams, getting me some food in between contests. That was awesome. That was huge. 9-4 is your final here from Kersley Park. We'll be back in a few days for Mott baseball here at Kersley Park. But tomorrow, you can hear my voice, Tom Cavanaugh, on that call between Mott and Macomb on the campus of Macomb Community College. Go to their YouTube athletics page to follow us there for that game and all that coverage. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Mott, Bears take it and sweep yet another home doubleheader. They get this done 4-3 and 9-4. Thanks so much, everybody. See you later.